Welcome back. As we promised, we are going to cover a very important meeting by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli with representatives of concerned bodies, as he said that the state is very keen to continue with more investments in the field of education and to include the private sector into the whole issue. The private sector can be one of the main players in this domain. To shed more light on that, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Dr. Nabil, our education expert. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
Hi, good morning, Ms. Nermeen.
Yes,
thanks
sir.
a million for hosting me in this program.
Sir, thank you very much. Sir, regarding Egypt Vision 2030 and regarding our education system, Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli said it more than once and echoed the political leadership will and the state keenness to continue with investing more in the field of education. How do you see the state's keenness to invest in the field of education in general?
Well, before I say this, let me in 30 seconds express my deepest concern about the issues happening around us, which is horrible. And let us all, as Egyptians or even non-Egyptians, to pray for the Lord to have peace to prevail in the whole area and the world in general, and to crush all the devilish actions and attacks that happen to the innocent children and population in general. Right. Regarding what you have mentioned about Dr. Mustafa Madbouli's concern about the educational point, I think Dr. Madbouli is not only an engineer or a senior engineer or a prime minister. He actually engineers his work in all fields, especially the educational era, in a very professional and experienced thing, helped by all the consultants and those who are in concern. Believe me, investment in the field of education is an indispensable issue, particularly in the model of partnership between public and private sectors, and to enforce sharing all the sincere efforts with full cooperations with various parties concerned is actually something which is of high priority.
Yes, sir. And if you permit me, I'd like to focus on technological universities. The word technology, it's now a key word. I mean, when it comes to vocational training, to applied arts, whatever, you feel that the state is keen to close or to put an end to this gap between theory and practice and to qualify the graduates to invade the labor market in all its fields and in all domains. How do you see taking the technological universities as one of the priorities?
Absolutely. 100% what you have just mentioned, and I'd like to add to you that it's not only the technological universities. Another characteristic to be added is to have the applied technological university. This is the future, and let us always think that this modern applied technological education has become a must. It should be applied in a golden apple. Let me have this simile, like something like in education, as a golden apple served in a silver plate. And technology now is everywhere. Whenever we even use our cell phone on daily basis, it's a sort of applied technology. We cannot do without it now. So the first point to have in mind is that this technological education, applied technological education, should be given all the requirements needed for having a successful future and successful results. And to bring the children up to the highest, believe me, all our parents in Egypt or anywhere in the world sacrifice a lot to invest whatever they have to bring up their children to the highest standard of educational levels. And they prioritize this educational level for their kids or their children in general to have a better future. And I think this applied technology, I insist on having the word applied. Without application, there is something missing. This will open the gates wide open to not only to learn, but to develop and to think creatively.
And to apply what you have learned on the ground. And this was my coming question, sir, regarding scientific research.
I foresaw what you are going to ask me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because scientific research or scientific research centers affiliated to our universities are doing a great job, but till the moment not as we want. We do have endless ambitions in that. And if you permit me, I'd like to focus on the implementation of what's included into, I'm not going to say hundreds, thousands of MDs or PhDs in many domains. We do have brilliant minds who did great in their thesis, in their ME or PhD. How to implement what's included into these research on the ground? Is it with the full coordination between private and public sectors? Is it with full coordination between scientific research centers and private sector? Is it what?
Well, what you just mentioned is absolutely true. I do agree with you. We have, I think, something in Arabic that says, one hand cannot clap. So the private sector, along with the governmental sector, together can have a very good, well-noted plan, making full use of these holders of PhDs and masters, as you have mentioned, to cooperate together. Let them be involved in the educational system. Let them be encouraged. And why do some people migrate? Because they don't find the real significance of their work, what they have already done for long years of hard times studying and preparing. Let us make use of these people. If we together cooperate, I mean the private sector, the governmental sector, the holders of these high certificates, I mean, or grades, I think we will come to a very good roadmap. Plus, something essential I would like always to mention is to have a sort of training for those who are in charge of applying the applied technological education. This training, plus giving them good rewards and good incentives, this will help us all the time to reach what we are aiming and targeting for.
And also to exchange expertise with the other foreign universities.
Sure.
I mean, to have this accumulative knowledge, to build from, to start from where they ended, not to start from scratch.
Again, you reminded me of what I read recently about sort of twinning of universities.
Amen.
I mean, Egyptian universities plus other foreign universities. This sort of twinning, I think, would lead to very good results because two heads, we always know, two heads are better than one. So when we share and we have an integrated result later on, and that will be reflected to our users who are the direct consumers of education, our young generation, who we wish them the best of luck in the future because they are promising. They are the treasure of our future. They are the leaders of all activities in the future. So we have to focus on them and to focus on the people in charge, thanks to all the government and the pushing forward of what we always hear about. That, I think, will lead to very promising and fruitful results for the future of our generation.
Dr. Nabil, I want also to tackle another side of the coin, which is
Sure.
the geographic geographic side, or I mean, I'd like to have a university or a college specifically in this area to meet its needs. I mean, for example, to find a school for nuclear subjects, for example, in El Dab'a, because we are going to have our El Dab'a nuclear plant there.
Right.
To have in the new Delta genetic engineering for the vast areas of and the million fadden which we are going to reclaim to benefit from genetic engineering in the field of agriculture.
Right.
And those are only examples. How do you see this? And to make it that easier for our students just to graduate here and to find a job in the very near future, or exactly after they graduate from or they finish their studies.
Right. Sure, you mentioned an important point, that the idea of localization will be of great success. As you mentioned, the Taba, there will be universities that can serve the future expected results in that area, and at Delta, in Upper Egypt, in Aswan, whatever, in Sinai, and we have foreign universities in Sinai, like King Salman's University, whatever the name is. Those people who are located in the areas of activities there, I think will help a lot, because they will fulfill the needs of what the learners want. And to fulfill the needs means that they are in a good path, and the roadmap which is I think should be very comprehensive, not to be only concentrated
and
in
on scientific basic scientific rules.
Issues.
Yes,
that's right.
yes, amen to that. Well, Dr. Nabil, thank you very much for your input and have a very good day. I really enjoyed our discussion. Tomorrow is another episode and another crew. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. And for more details, please log on to www.nileinternational.net. Many thanks for watching. This was Nermeen Abdurrahman.